So these days we are continuously sitting longer, morning sessions. And I hope you are able to manage, you are able to focus. You are able to maintain the same rhythm. Because when the body gets tired, it will affect the length, the force you will do more. You want to lie down and do. Also still, we are not yet practicing the detailed aspect of Bandha yet. From Jalandhara Bandha to Udyana Bandha, Moola Bandha. So when we go there also, you need to sit longer. So in between, you can practice also. I mean, apart from the morning practice, separate other times. While doing that, probably you can do more of supine position. Okay. Let me get into the questions straight away. I have a few questions. If you have other questions, please post here. When practicing pranayama by myself at home, except Ujjayi, is there any sequence for other techniques? Is there a difference which fit for morning or evening practice? A long time for each practice and how many kinds of pranayama is appropriate? If you follow our morning sessions, each day also we are trying to practice certain sequence. It's a general sequence. We start from Ujjayi, ending in Ujjayi. We may start with Ujjayi, continuing with Viloma. Or start from Ujjayi and going into Nadi Shuddhi, variations of that. Also, we start with Ujjayi and continue with Surya Bedana, variations of that. Chandra Bedana, variations of that. But these are all general sequence. how we have to practice as per one's individual requirement. Based on various conditions, your requirement. Maybe let us see various scenarios. We will get some idea from there. Long exhalations. Generally, Ujjayi or any other techniques. Long exhalation. They are helping to recover, restore the energy. Changing the active mode of body, breath, and mind. When it is very active, it helps to shift to get into passive mode. So, what's the best time for that to practice? Evening time, after strong asana practice, before sleeping, when there is certain kind of body conditions, diseases or other various things. Also, mainly to get into meditation. To get into stillness. Within pranayama practice, though various techniques are given, they are used to increase the length of exhalation. All these techniques will be helpful to go for longer exhalation, also retaining after inhalation as well as after exhalation, so that can go to kumbhaka, kevala kumbhaka. Retention happens without effort, naturally happening. Inhalation practice. First and foremost, to increase the capacity of lungs. In order to exhale longer, we need to have good lungs capacity. See, if the inhalation is very short, only exhaling, longer exhalation, not a good way to do. So, initial stages of practice: inhalation, Ujjayi inhalation, Viloma inhalation. Nadi should be increasing the length of inhalation. So, keep focusing on inhalation to improve the capacity of your lungs. Also, gaining energy to get into active state, alert state. Not completely going inward, rather, still there is passive condition, but having in that alert mode to get into more actions. Working on the inhalation, longer inhalation. A lot of work in a day, longer inhalation. Long distance traveling, longer inhalation. You are going to get angry on somebody, going to fight with somebody, longer inhalation. Gaining all the energy first. You want to get rid of angry, longer exhalation. So now, is it forming within a sequence? You don't simply practice only Chandra Bedana or Surya Bedana. So you have to see your capacity, your condition, your requirement, whether you need to work on sun energy or moon energy. So then you practice accordingly. If it is sun energy based, long inhalation, Surya Bedana, and Nadi Shuddhi also start from the right side. The moon energy, you want to relax, you want to pacify, you want to calm down, you want to be in quietness. Long exhalation, exhalation based Viloma, Chandra Bedana, left side nostril starting, Nadi Shuddhi. But this based on our daily things, daily activity. But when it comes to meditation, of course, we go for increasing the length of exhalation. Withdrawing the senses, long exhalation. So anytime, it's not that you have to do many techniques. Like morning time, now we are using few techniques, 3 or 4 techniques, including the variations. So that, like, as a group, it suits for everybody. But when you are practicing afterwards continuously, not necessarily forever you have to go through various techniques. You may even just to take Nadi Shuddhi. Good enough to work with. Just Nadi Shuddhi. 20 minutes of Nadi Shuddhi. 20 minutes of Viloma. 20 minutes of Ujjayi. Different days. And afterwards, you will get into more of Kumbhaka side. So we don't need varieties of tactics. At the beginning stage, yes. But now the challenge is how you will continue the practice. All the yogic texts saying, many yoga texts, right? They are saying the pranayama practice should be done 3 to 5 times in a day. Easily, if you take like 30 minutes each time, 2.5 hours will take. Before, after, also, you need to prepare and other things. So that can be done only when your whole life is revolving around yoga. Now, if you have a lot of other works and still you have to practice, so we have to see first, can you give this 30 minutes regularly? Possible 2 times 30 minutes. Now we are doing morning 1 hour. Can you afterwards split 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening? Or if you have time, whole 1 hour in the morning. It has to be part of your daily life activity, daily activity. Like eating daily, wash the body, showering daily, defecating, going to the toilet, cleansing daily, brushing daily, makeup daily, new dress daily, chatting daily. A lot of daily activities, right? So you have to give this for this also, that 30 minutes fixed. It should not be limited to that. It has to go further. If you are able to, if you really want to practice these all aspects, until it happens, hold on. So that's why this whole practicing yoga and going within that deeper is not easy business. Okay, thought like I've done. Next question. Brahmari in sitting position. Do we need to do Jalandhara Bandha or be in normal head position? Don't do bandhas during Brahmari. Better to avoid. You may keep slightly down, but don't roll. Don't lift also. It has to be still have that support. See, bandha is locking, right? It's closing, it's binding. That's the meaning of bandha. What is bandha? Bandha is like closing the gate. Opening, it's closing the gate. Closing the gate here, abdomen, as well as the anus. But we do that other gates, which is Shanmukhi Mudra. Ears, eyes, nose, right? So these gates we regulate, close, away during Brahmari. Don't go to the bandhas where we hold the energy back, because we want to release the sound, we want to make the sound. When it comes from that humming sound from the bottom of the throat, in a way it is more of a kriya. It's like Kapalabhati type. So it is not like you need to do all the time. But this one helps to clear the passage, longer exhalation, bringing the mind inward, bringing the alertness, help for all your nasal conditions, lung conditions, to overcome the challenges, if any. So if you close down, it limits. So that's why you are head, neck, spine in line, probably maybe that forehead condition, that downward direction. Then you do that, bottom of the throat. So the throat, that space should not be constrained there, should not be closed there. So Brahmari don't do Nidbandha unless you are really expert on that. Even still, I would say not advisable, not required, not must. Okay, a few more questions. Okay, should the Ujjayi be practiced while doing asana? Why? So now the question is, what is Ujjayi? Many books are written, right? You do Ujjayi with that sound. Bottom of the throat. Again, put that force, sound, inhalation, sound, exhalation. Is it this type of Ujjayi? Certain postures, when you create that force with that sound, it helps to get into the pose, where you need to put so much force, especially initial stages of practice or certain body condition. If it is about lengthening the inhalation, lengthening the exhalation in that passive way, Where the flow happens, you are filling the lungs. It's not you are using extra force more than what you can, passive way, but still lengthening the inhalation, lengthening the exhalation. If you do that way, in each pose, or when you are able to do in certain poses, the breath also longer, staying capacity also longer, and both action you do effortlessly. Payatana Shaitya. Sutra says, effortlessly able to get into the pose. When we can get that effortless state, when the breath is longer, ujjayi condition. So, do we need to do ujjayi? It'll be well and good if you do. Certain postures, say straight away you can do. Sitting in Sukhasana, you can go to ujjayi. Baddhakonasana, ujjayi. Shavasana, ujjayi. Tadasana, ujjayi. Many postures, beginning stage, ujjayi. You go to Trikonasana, if already get enough action without effort, you can maintain ujjayi. But if you stay in the pose after a few seconds, ujjayi gone. Not only ujjayi gone, posture itself gone. So stability is not there. You don't focus on the breath. You focus only to stay in the pose or come out of the pose. But the aim is to get into effortless state. For that, ujjayi helps. So whichever the posture you can focus now, you can focus and do, but not the active way, but passive way. Why drinking water should not be done before and during practicing pranayama? Guruji says even in asana practice, not to have feeling that, full stomach. That's why it says like, do the bowel movement. That means you go to toilet, defecation, done. Empty the bladder. The bladder also not full. It's not you drank now. You may drank sometime back, but your bladder is full. Empty that also. Go to urination, empty it. Even asana practice, we have that requirement. When it comes to pranayama, where we are working on that various systems of the body plus energy field. Not just the breath, through the breath, our energy field, that subtle aspect. So you are not only outside physically, you are sitting in that stand still position, stillness. Your organs also, physiological conditions also, organs also, they are getting into that passive. It is not going into that active mode. Say some food is there. So your organs are actively working to digest. So the digestion process is going on. After eating, what happens? There is some dullness takes place. When you eat, morning time, lunch time, any time. Generally, after eating, you feel certain lethargic state, certain dullness. A lot of people after lunchtime feeling sleepy. Why? After eating, that whole organs, various systems of the body, digestive system, all these things working. As it is like, the process is going on, naturally the energy level is moving down because the energy is already utilized there. Though you overall you feel that energy, but because of the activities, it is taking that at least for some time, right? Then you feel that down. Anybody, even from the baby to old babies, young baby to old babies, right? Baby after drinking milk, after eating, what happens? It goes to sleep. Old people after eating, what they do? Go to sleep. System works. Actually, it takes up some energy. It needs some the down condition, lethargic condition. But when we are doing asana, when that whole system is working, you already have the food, including liquid item, when it is a lot of liquid item. Then you are doing some direction, you are interrupting their action. Digestive system, then process going on, that's the time we do the twisting. That's the time we go upside down. That's the time we hold the abdomen in, pressing there, the external pressure, all those things. So we are interrupting their action, their process specifically. Then it is it gives the trouble. So it is resistance comes. So not good. Even the water. If you have a lot of water, I mean, if you are really thirsty, if you are just taking a little bit sip, it is a different thing. But when you have already have water, that also bringing that other energy activation, the apana energy activation. It wants to release downward movement. That's why when you want to urinate, but you don't do that for some reason, then you feel heavy, you feel the pressure there. You can see that energy pushing downward. Now, when we are doing pranayama, what we do that actually? We are trying to move the energy upward. We want to move the energy upward. This whole apana movement actually we want to take up. So again, there is a resistance, there is fight, which is not good. That's why that ideal time is when you have that empty stomach. Including that intestines, keep it empty. Traditionally, They have a particular herbs in that old schools, yoga schools. What they do, weekly once, they have to take that herb to clean the stomach. Not only clean the stomach, the whole intestines also. They need to even go to diarrhea kind of condition so that whole body is cleansed. And that's the purpose this Jalneti, Sutraneti. They have Dauti also. They put the cloth inside to remove all the pitta, all these toxin conditions. That's why a lot of practitioners don't know the difference or understanding. And also everywhere they see yoga as one more exercise, one more sport activity. In many studios, many places, it becomes very trendy or fashion things. They keep a water bottle next to their mat. And every 10 minutes they drink the water. If the practice is yoga, if you are understanding and you are practicing accordingly, you don't jump around, then you don't need. That's why there are some techniques are there. What happens if they get thirsty for some reason or other, or their body condition feeling thirsty? And where is the mudra? You roll the tongue, tip of the tongue, take to roll and go to the upper palate behind. The more you roll and go up, that take care of your thirsty. You hold it for a while, then there is liquid circulation. You don't get that thirsty anymore. You can also experiment that. Try that when you are really very thirsty, when you feel very thirsty. Try this and stay there for some time. See that whether it helps or not. But of course, afterwards you need to drink water. But that moment, because the body need that liquid. But that moment, especially asana practice. And if you are going in hot summer time, sunny time somewhere, and you are walking faster or running and you are completely dehydrated, then you need water and don't do this. Or maybe not only do this. There are stories about yogis. They lived like that. Because the reason is when they go to remote places or some mountains or the winter time where they may not get enough water, but still how to survive, how to continue the practice. So these kind of techniques helps. Where they use the prana, where they use these kind of mudras to practice. Okay. Next question. At the end of pranayama practice, should the longer meditation status help to balance the inner energy or need to be in shavasana to balance? What is meditation? Meditation, you are going inward, that inner journey, where you are reaching out your energy centers. Not necessarily everybody's energy center movement, the energy movement is balanced, especially when there is a lot of opening happening. So beginners practice, they sit for 20 minutes, not even 10, 20 minutes. Just 10 minutes not doing anything. You can see afterwards they yawn. You know, the body changes, the tiredness comes. They have to lie down. If they continuously practice, if they are increasing the meditation time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, body gets into that tiredness. They have to lie down to sleep. Sometimes there are practitioners, especially the beginners, they do 30 minutes meditation, 1 hour sleep. Why it is like that? Because their lifestyle is not balanced already. They think a lot, overdo physically, mentally. They don't have that enough balanced physical, mental condition. So when that is the situation, even you may be practicing meditation 10 years, 20 years, every day 1 hour, but still you will have that tiredness. Why? Because of your lifestyle. But you are already practicing and you are getting into certain balanced state and you have good meditation practice. What is good meditation practice? When you are able to stay in that stillness, when your mind is not active. In day-to-day life also, you are not really spending the energy unnecessarily or going through that emotions, anxieties, all these things. So now when you are practicing pranayama, then afterwards, at the beginning stage, anyway, you have to lie down to relax. But you are practicing pranayama, also you have good amount of meditation practice. Then you are naturally moving from pranayama into meditation. And that meditation you are doing, you are staying in that stillness. Then when you release, you don't need shavasana. You finish the meditation with alertness, with awareness. You don't finish the meditation with sleepy condition. So your condition, your body condition will help you to make the decision. After finishing the meditation, are you alert? Are you in full awareness? Are you in the total passive state? Is your body is in a relaxed state? If it is not, you need shavasana. If it is there already, you don't need shavasana. Because when we are going into that stillness, passive state, physically, mentally. In meditation, you are in that, all this energy field, energy movement, energy centers. So in a way, it keeps certain energy up all the time, actually. In fact, there is a possibility sometime different practitioners' conditions, the energy movement do extra work, over job, over eruption, over movement. So in that condition, even just a shavasana may not work, may not help. They may need to probably going into certain relaxation postures specifically. Or we have to change the energy movement to the root, go into Shanti meditation. We need to reverse it. And it is like your body is not ready to take it up. It's the different scenario, different condition. One is tiredness, right? Other one is extreme alertness, extreme awareness. Just to balance. If you are not able to manage it, then you will balance. Bring that attention to the root of tailbone, root of spine, and the whole energy is moving backward, at least for that moment. One other way what we can do to overall to have a balance in your weekly practice, at least once add yoga nidra. So where you will be not going to stillness completely, your mind is still active, but going into the passive state and connecting with each and every part of the body. You still hold on the physical awareness. You are not getting into pratyahara when you do yoga nidra. One sense is active. All other senses we are letting go, but with the body awareness that is still active, that awareness using the breath, using that connection, then the whole body getting into that relaxed state. So that whatever you are doing, this practice, you still maintain that balanced state. But all these things for you to understand and to manage the current situation, current condition. Not just always, okay, I have this condition, I just use this. I have this condition, I just use this. It should not be continuously used as medication, as a medicine, the whole thing. We need to learn how to manage. But the permanent solution is when we let go the desires, let go the ego, let go of be somebody, let go have that ambition to achieve something. Then the mind is really getting into a relaxed state, passive state, total peace, total calmness. And whatever you do physically, it's not the same like you have any other desires or anything like that before. That should be the aim. That should be the direction of our practice. Yoga is for that. So don't forget yoga, chitta yoga, chitta vritti nirodha. To get into that stillness, cessation of thought process, this yoga practice is all about. All these various techniques, every kind of traditions, doing all the aspects or selective aspects, selective techniques towards this chitta vritti nirodha. You may be practicing number of techniques, number of times, number of years, but if you are not aiming to chitta vritti nirodha, you may use it as a medicine, very temporary relief, temporary effect. Okay. I think I answered. Okay, I don't have any more questions today. Anything else? We will see tomorrow. Further, any other topic also. We will see tomorrow. Rest well. See you again. Namaste. Thank you.